Alright, a little bit of a surprise today. This is not your usual 30 and hating it video. This is what I like to call dad pizza. Now, you don't have to be a dad to make this. You could be a 20-year-old guy, maybe want to impress your roommates or that new girlfriend. This is what I like to call kind of a gourmet home pizza, so enjoy. Okay, so you're gonna wanna take 1 cup of warm water, add a yeast packet and some sugar to it. This is gonna basically make the yeast for adding to your dry ingredients. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Now, use a good flour. I like to do 2.5 cups. 1 teaspoon of salt, but I kind of go a little heavy. You can use regular salt or, hey, look at this. I'm using both regular and pink salt. Now here's the good ingredients. Look, I like to use a little bit of a garlic infused olive oil. You can use any kind of oil, but throughout this entire recipe, you can go stupid cheap, but if you use really good ingredients, you're gonna get a better result, obviously. You're gonna want 2 tablespoons of this oil. Okay, now your yeast is gonna be all foamy. It'll look pretty obvious. Add it to your dry ingredients, and obviously you're just gonna wanna kind of mix it up. Your hands, it's really gonna stick to your hands, but it should start coming off when you start adding like a little bit of flour like I am doing right here. That'll also help it not stick to the bottom of the pan. That's looking pretty good right now, not gonna lie. I like to form it in like a little bit of a ball and then let it sit for a bit. All right, now what you want to do is you're going to want to have your counter nice and clean. That means you're going to want to have some old bananas here. Don't even bother, this is for the everyman, kind of just getting it done. Just sprinkle it out. And then your dough should be pretty much perfect right now. Let's check it out. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This thing, I actually used really good yeast this time. This dough is so airy and smells really good. That is perfect. This is too much for one pizza. So, I'm gonna split it in half. Pretty much, let's just call it, just do it quick, right? We're gonna take this one for a pizza. This one's gonna be for breadsticks. So we're gonna put that somewhere else. As you're kind of massaging it, you'll feel like its own weight pulling on it and stretching it out. Okay, what you're gonna wanna do is obviously put flour on your rolling pin. That way it doesn't stick to the dough when you're rolling it. You can get some good results. Okay, here's another little trick for you. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use any bottle. Seltzer water puller is like extra large. All right, I really wanna use my grandfather's pizza tray. This thing was awesome, but if we're doing stuffed crust, you're gonna wanna have a round tray. That's just kind of making it easier on you. Now, I prefer to throw like a cornmeal on the bottom here after I grease it, but Italian breadcrumbs will totally do in a pinch. Look how nice this dough turned out. Fold her in half again, and then go move it to your pan. So I put it up on a pot just so that, you know, the dough on the sides draping, it's a little easier to work with, but this is the most important part here. You're gonna see me rip this in half. Don't do it. Leave them whole. Just trust me. Now I got all the cheese around the outside, okay? I have not ever been able to make my stuffed crust not explode. Maybe somebody out there can tell me down in the comments how the heck you can successfully pinch your dough to make the ingredients not run out. I mean, it's the same principle for raviolis, right? Right now I found like getting it wet and just working your way around it and pinching down with your fingers seems to work pretty good. Now here's the real secret. You're gonna take a good glob of butter. Get yourself a little cup, whatever you got, okay? Get a lot of butter in there. You wanna take your olive oil, just let it get in there. Yep, a lot. Yep, keep going. Get a little pinch of salt, throw that in there, okay? Get you some of those right there. All right, a good amount, because that's what helps it stick. Now you're gonna wanna take this and throw it in the microwave enough so that that butter melts. We're gonna put it in there for 50. Now what you wanna do is go down to Dollar Tree, get yourself one of these. They're good for barbecue, you name it, right? All right, go ahead and mix that up. Okay, let's slow this down for a second because I made one huge mistake while filming this video. I forgot to tell you, when you are rubbing that olive oil stuff around the outside of the pizza crust, do the entire inside of it. It will take your pizza to the next level, trust me. You're gonna stick it in the oven at 500 degrees for 7 minutes and then pop it out. Okay, so we got leftover dough, right? Let's maintain our maturity here, all right? You don't wanna get inappropriate. They'll come out about like 5.5 inches, which I heard is average. Take even a serrated knife will work. Little cuts in the dough, like you're making French bread, right? They're done. Go ahead. Just coat it. Send it. We don't mess around in my house, okay? Why don't I have a cooking show? Because you dress like a bum, dude. They can go in the oven. Just watch it. I don't know what the time is. Just pop them in there and watch them. They'll be done when they obviously look done. You've been to Olive Garden, haven't you? You know when they look done. All right, that turned out perfect. I backed it down to 400 and I'm gonna get it out. Now, what is my oh so special pizza sauce that I use on this? Classico. Not even pizza sauce, just regular pasta sauce. 4 cheese is good. See, look at the cheese did erupt past my welding around the edge, right? If anybody's got any idea how to stop that, you know, that'd be great. Otherwise, it don't really matter. You're still eating it, right? So here's the thing. I really, really hate it when pizza places don't put enough sauce on. What is the basis of all Italian food? It's the tomato. Come on. It's the tomato. That's good. All right, perfect. If you want, run down to Walmart and get some of these, and you can go ahead and sprinkle them on there. You know, because it's Buffalo, we know how to eat properly. Wegmans. Good quality mozzarella. You can cut your own pepperoni, or you can get it, you know, there you go. You can see I already kind of sprinkled some of that excess mozzarella on top. I kind of like to do that on top of the pepperonis. It's going to melt really nice on there. And my grandpa always told me, basil in pasta, oregano on pizza. Last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead, garlic, buttery, whatever your crust before you pop it in there. And you're going to want to go ahead and do the same to the breadsticks that you have in there, which, good Lord, I have not checked on in quite some time. Fatal mistake. Get them out. Oh yeah, those look great. Nice. It's all ready to go in the oven. Good luck, buddy. You're gonna want to set the timer for like 8 minutes and then check on her and spin her. Okay, the timer went off. It's doing very, very well. So we're gonna give it a spin. Give it a full 180. It's about 180 right there. And now here's the bad part. Literally sit here like an old lady. That is the best advice I ever got from somebody. Sit here like an old lady and just keep checking it. Pull up a damn chair if you have to. Get my child protector out of the way here. Oh yeah, she's done. That's beautiful. All right, not the prettiest slicing job you ever saw, but I'm holding an infant, so you know what? I think I did pretty good, all things considered. Go ahead and get yourself a little Plastico to dip it in, or garlic, butter, olive oil. That would feed, oh boy, I do about 3 of these. Or 2 of those and like 2 of those, so I'd say this feeds 3 people. 1 bite, everybody knows the rules. That's a solid 7.3.